What if I told you that there's a part of history so dangerous, so forbidden, that entire discoveries have been erased from the public eye? A history where the ancient giants mentioned in the Bible didn't just exist in myth, but walked the earth, towering over men, leaving behind physical proof that's been quietly hidden away. This isn't about the Lovelock Cave or the Kandahar giant, stories you've probably already heard. No, this is something far less known, but equally disturbing. A discovery made deep within the jungles of Ecuador, where massive human bones far too large to belong to any normal man were found. And then, just like so many other discoveries, disappeared without a trace. This is the mystery of the Ecuadorian giant skeletons, a story buried under layers of silence and cover-ups, and today, we're uncovering it all. In 1964, Father Carlos Cepeda, a Catholic priest and amateur archaeologist, was exploring the province of Loja, Ecuador. This wasn't just a random expedition. Local indigenous tribes, especially the Shore people, had long spoken of a legendary race of giants who lived in these lands. According to their oral history, these beings were colossal, standing over 20 feet tall and were not entirely human. Some believe they were the remnants of the Nephilim, the hybrid offspring of fallen angels and mortal women described in the book of Genesis. Skeptics brushed it off as nothing more than myth until Father Cepeda stumbled upon something that would challenge everything the modern world thought it knew. While examining a remote cave system near the village of Changamina, known by locals as the Cemetery of the Giants, Father Cepeda uncovered enormous human bones. These weren't just slightly larger than average human remains. These bones were massive femur bones over 5 feet long, rib bones the size of tree trunks, and skull fragments that suggested a fully formed cranium at least 3 times the size of a normal human head. Based on these remains, the individual they belonged to would have stood between 23 and 26 feet tall. For a short time, the bones were openly displayed. Father Cepeda took them to his small museum in Ecuador, where scientists, journalists, and curious travelers came to see them. Photos were taken, and some initial studies suggested that these were indeed humanoid remains, though no one could explain their impossible size. But then, as quickly as the discovery surfaced, it vanished. The remains were reportedly confiscated by unnamed government officials. Some claim they were sent to the Vatican, where Father Cepeda had strong ties. Others believe they were hidden away by private collectors or powerful organizations with a vested interest in keeping this history buried. What's even more chilling is that Father Cepeda himself died under mysterious circumstances shortly after his discoveries. And all the while, the official narrative remained silent. No mainstream media covered it. The academic world refused to acknowledge it. And to this day, the location of the bones remains unknown. But why would this discovery be hidden? To answer that, we have to look far back to ancient texts and scriptures that speak of a time when giants roamed the earth. In the book of Genesis 6, it says there were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. These giants were called the Nephilim, and their existence was a direct result of the fallen angels defying divine law. Many believe that the remains found by Father Cepeda were physical evidence of this forbidden bloodline. Proof that the Nephilim weren't just legends, but historical beings who shaped the ancient world before being wiped out in cataclysmic events like the Great Flood. And if this is true, it explains why modern institutions would go to great lengths to silence these discoveries. Because if the Nephilim were real, it challenges not only our understanding of history, but also the origins of power structures and bloodlines that still exist today. Hidden deep within the uncharted regions of Ecuador, far beyond the reach of modern civilization, lie ancient and mysterious structures that have long puzzled historians and archaeologists alike. These are not simple stone formations or primitive dwellings, but massive, precisely cut megalithic stones stacked in ways that defy our understanding of ancient technology. Some of these stones weigh several tons and show signs of advanced engineering techniques, including smooth surfaces and interlocking joints that suggest they were designed to withstand the test of time and nature. Legends passed down by indigenous tribes speak of a race of giant beings who possessed extraordinary strength and knowledge far beyond that of ordinary humans who were responsible for building these enigmatic structures. Many believe these structures could be the remnants of the Nephilim bloodline or other ancient civilizations erased from mainstream history. But the mystery doesn't end there. Explorers who have dared to venture into these remote locations have reported strange phenomena, unusual electromagnetic readings, sudden equipment failures, and an overwhelming sense of being watched. Some even claim to have found entrances to underground chambers sealed off by enormous stone doors that no modern machinery could move. Are these structures simply forgotten relics of a lost civilization, or do they serve as hidden gateways to secrets humanity was never meant to uncover? The deeper we dig, the more we realize that these ancient constructions are not just physical mysteries, but possible evidence of a far more complex and hidden history, one that challenges everything we think we know about our past. And this brings us to the most chilling question of all. Are the giants really gone? Or have their bloodlines survived through the ages, hidden in plain sight? Some conspiracy theorists believe that elite families, those with generational wealth and power, are descendants of these ancient giants. They point to unusual physical traits, abnormal heights, and secretive family histories that trace back to ancient times. And if this is true, what role are they playing in our world today? Are they quietly steering global events from behind the scenes? Are they the reason certain parts of history are rewritten or erased altogether? The discovery in Ecuador is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. And while the remains may have disappeared, the truth has a way of surfacing when we least expect it. So ask yourself, how many more discoveries like this are out there, hidden in locked vaults, forgotten caves, or secret collections of the elite? And how much longer can the truth be suppressed before it finally comes crashing through the surface? If you're ready for the next chapter in this forbidden history, if you want to know where other giant remains might still be hidden, drop a comment and let me know, because the truth isn't lost. It's simply waiting for those brave enough to uncover it. Subscribe Epic Truth Seeker channel for more forbidden history they're trying to erase from existence.